Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Divinity Original Sin. So I have done a few things. Picked up a few items that I'm going to check out equipping. Also have some various skill books that I'm going to use. And I also picked up a lot of books that we haven't read yet. So we're going to want to do that. However, I did just notice that I did not steal this red fabric dye, and I need to. I need that red fabric dye. I'm probably never going to use it, but I need it. Thank you. Alright. So, I have gotten the Splintered Arrow skill book for Elmandretta, so let's go ahead and learn that skill. Alright. I also got Fortify, Geomancer. So let's go ahead and learn that. And Bless, Geomancer. Go ahead and learn that as well. Alright, so that's what Elmandretta's going to learn. And I'm going to put this into one of the bags. Nope, that's the key bag. That is probably going to be the... Yeah, that'll be the bag. There we go. Alright. So there is that. I do have a magical unlock scroll. This is a spell that you are not able to learn. So this is not something that you can actually do in any way yourself. So value these magical unlock scrolls. They are a precious commodity. I do have an oak flat bow. It's non-magical, but it is level 7, and I'm level 3, so I cannot equip this right now. But I'm going to hold on to it because it will be good. I do have a +1 perception, +1 leadership helmet here, and I want the perception, so we'll go ahead and do that. And then also pop that down there. So we can go ahead and sell this cloth cap later. The Worker's Antique Cloth Bracers of Protection, +1 blacksmithing, that is going to go to someone else. And we have this Mithridates Fine Leather Armor of Fire Resistance, +8% fire resistance, +1 initiative, and immunity to poisoned. So I am going to go ahead and equip this on myself, because it is better. Same +1 initiative, but 8% fire resistance is not bad, and immunity to poison is pretty fantastic. I do have 3 points available. I'm going to hold on to them for the moment, since there's... I don't think I can use the higher level skills yet anyway. I do have lots of arrows as well. So I haven't looted quite everything. I have looted things that we've either been to, or things that do not trigger more plot. There is still more like side quests and plot and stuff like that for us to do around here. And we do have a lot of books to read. Hanako has, let's see, a level 5 fine wooden earth wand, so we're going to hold on to that for now. That will be better than what she currently has. And of course, in the course of doing other things, these may get supplanted by other things we find. Let's see. You have 2 arrow thurge already. Alright, but the let's adept. Did I give you some of that? No, I haven't. Alright, I may have missed that. Requires level 9. I think I did buy that. So that is going to be held onto for a while. Vitality boosted for 4 turns will just give you extra hit points, which is pretty nice. Regeneration heals 34 hit points, but that is over the course of 3 turns. So that is really good. So we'll go ahead and learn that skill. And I think we can only get one of these right now. I think that Blitzbolt is going to be better. There we go. Okay. Bear Daughter has a Range Precision Stance skill book that I would like to get because at this point I prefer this better than Power Stance. She also has some... where is it? She has some Lore Master as well. 2 levels. And here, need level 1 Lore Master and an Identifying Glass to identify. I don't think that the Identify Glass gets used up, but I can't remember. So, we have some various items. Let's go ahead and start identifying them. Yeah, it did not. Alright, so, Blessed Fine Cloth Armor of the Runner. It's only 14 armor rating, plus 1 initiative, plus 0.3 movement, and 16 hit points. But let's go ahead and identify everything. Some of these things I will probably sell. And we'll look over them to see what is good. There we go. But like I've searched all these crates. Most of them just had like, you know, maybe some generic junk that could be sold for a tiny bit of money, maybe a little bit of money, maybe an ingredient, and occasionally they'd have something like a magic item. Alright, so we have the Indestructible Old Cloth Cap of Protection, which is unbreakable, and 11 armor rating. So that's pretty nice. Thrashing Old Wooden Water Wand of Disfigurement. Let's see, that is level 2. So let's go ahead and send that on over to Hanako. Aqua Antique Robe of Vitality, 7% water resistance, 13 hit points. Send that over to Hanako as well. Brutal Light Old Crossbow of the Doctor. It is level 1, 0.1 movement, and 4 hit points, so not very good. That will be sold. Thrashing Old Wooden Earth Wand of the Doctor. That is also level 1, but it can summon Wolf, which might be good. And send that over to Hanako. This is a level 3 one, so let's send that to Hanako as well. Oral Antique Leather Armor of the Runner. Plus 1 initiative, 0.25 movement, 7% air resistance. Oral Thick Sarong of Fire Resistance, 12% fire resistance, 14% air resistance. So go ahead and send that to Almandretta as well. Blessed Cloth Boots of Superstition, Lucky Charm, and 11 hit points. Alright, send that over to Almandretta as well. Salved Rondel Dagger of Escaping, 0.3 movement, 11 hit points. It's level 5, and no one's really going to use daggers. Curing Fine Wooden Earth Wand of the Vandal, also level 5, but let's go ahead and send that to Hanako. Alright, so... this is just going to get sold, so send that to Almandretta. Is not as good armor, but 0.25 movement is pretty nice, so I think we'll go ahead and equip that. This is just that. We'll send it to Hanako for now. Unbreakable, send that to Almandretta. Send that to Almandretta, because that'll probably just get sold. Alright. And, Medora, I do have this level 7 two-handed sword, and we may find something better by the time we get to this point, so I'm not necessarily going to use it right now. But the fact that, so, every level higher than what your weapon is, that your weapon is compared to you, increases its AP cost to use it, which may not be a bad thing in some cases. You may still want to go for something that is, does that much more damage. But in a case like this, it would be like an attack every other turn kind of thing for her, most likely. And that's not really that great. So we're not going to use that. I've also given her like all of my grenades. I think I'll have her be my grenadier. And I've given her Cure Wounds. Let's go ahead and learn that. Heals 57 hit points, so that's pretty good. So we have a fair bit of extra stuff. Alright, so, I do have Lucky Charm boots already that give me +1 initiative, but I'm willing to sacrifice that for the 11 hit points, I think. And just better armor rating. Go ahead and send that over to... Actually, we'll go ahead and hold on to this. We'll give that to Wolgraf. The Sarong... The current Source Hunter Sarong does nothing, so go ahead and get that equipped. That can be sold. That can be sold as well. Let me actually get that down there. These can be sold. This can be sold. I mean, I could give that to Wolgraf, but I don't expect to have him doing anything. Indestructible Old Cloth Cap of Protection. I want that Perception, and the Leadership is fine as well. Source Hunter's Armor can be sold. And we'll go ahead and put this down here for the moment. Okay, so Hanako. That padded robe is giving her a lot of armor, but at the same time, because it is level 8. And the thing is, like, armor doesn't do anything... Like, there's no actual penalty for equipping higher level armor. It just tends to have higher stat requirements. So it's like, yeah. More hit points might be good. A little bit more movement, and let's see, what was that? 13 hit points, 16 hit points, +1 initiative. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll hold on to this one, though, because that is pretty good. Let's see. Xandalor's Trunks is a bonus item. It'll talk to you a little bit. But I don't care that much. Let's see. So this has some extra critical percent and does a little bit more damage. What else do we have? $18 to $30 Earth and 4% crit. So we'll go with that. And that is too high level. Now, I think I'll need to sort out some of our item bars as well, since I now have Summon Wolf there. Some of our hot bars, but I'll do that more off camera. I did a little bit already, but we'll do a little bit later. All right, we have Selenia here. Selenia? I have not spoken to her yet. Should probably actually, you know what? We can see regeneration.
Into the fray once more.
So do some healing. We'll check out Cure Wounds. There we go. All right. Hello.
Source Hunter. A sight for sore eyes if ever there was one.
Well, before we talk to you further, what do you have for trade? Actually, some pretty good things. A lot of money as well. Some grenades, some arrows, Savage Shepherd's Axe of the Doctor, harmful old standard issue Bow of the Doctor. It's only level 2, so it's not as much damage, and it's only 6 hit points, so I don't care about that. 46 armor rating on the Fortifying Fine Mail Armor of Vitality. Reduces movement a little bit. This would probably be better for Medora. Old Buckler, let's see. +1 initiative, .4 movement for the boots. +1 initiative. +1 blacksmithing, +1 crafting. That actually might be, that's going to be better than that just blacksmithing one that I have. We will definitely consider some of this, and it has resorted my stuff. I could sell some of these things here, but I'll consider that later.
I know you're probably knee-deep in that awful murder investigation, but truth be told, the Legion could use your help as well.
Well, do go on.
We've been conducting a series of expeditions into undead territory, and I'm afraid I must admit they've met with very little success.
Oh, I know. That's because I have to be here to take care of everything. With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Lieutenant Selenia, at your service. I'm Captain Aureus' second in command, but rest assured I am a lot more kindly inclined towards source hunters than he is.
All right.
Now, I certainly don't mind a bit of healthy competition and even rivalry between our orders, but I, for one, have no intention of looking a gift horse in the mouth.
Excellent.
And that is exactly what your presence in Sicil is, Source Hunter. A gift and a blessing. Only heroes such as yourself can make a true difference in this troubled part of the world. Such is my honest conviction.
Well, let's discuss the undead then.
The undead. I pitied them at first. Many among them were once kind and innocent civilians of Sicil after all. No longer do I feel that way, though. Too many of my soldiers have fallen. The dead must be put down without mercy, if we can.
I mean, I feel like, you're talking about a different thing than they're not what they once were kind of thing. It does suck that, you might end up fighting people that you once knew, but they're probably not those people anymore.
The bravest among my men and women tell me they are weaker in the west and stronger in the east. So I suggest you head westward if you want to flex your muscles and test the waters before blindly diving to your death.
All right, so that's a hint that the west has lower-level enemies. I'd like to talk about some matters concerning the Legion.
I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you.
Let's discuss the expedition to hostile territory you mentioned.
If ever we want to be victorious in Sicil, we have to track down the root of the undead uprising. Under the Pact of Volunteers, 3 expeditions were launched to do just that. But so far, none of their participants have returned.
That is not good.
3 landmarks were chosen for further investigation. The lighthouse, the burial mounds, and the old church. Places fraught with danger all.
All right, well, regarding the lighthouse...
There's a lighthouse to the west, up on the bluffs, overlooking the sea. No man has gone there in a decade, and yet a light shines from its pinnacle every night.
Well, that seems unwise. You should probably have had that occupied in case ships needed it.
The locals say it's haunted, and half a dozen legionnaires have gone to find out whether or not those are mere tall tales. I fear for their safety.
Yeah. I mean, if you haven't heard much from these guys in quite a while, then I would probably say that they are all dead. That's my gut at least, but we'll see. So about these burial mounds.
There are burial grounds to be found north of the city. As good a place as any to start looking for necromancers, wouldn't you say?
Well, I don't know about necromancers, but the undead will probably be there.
A local archaeologist offered to tag along with the men. Here's hoping his knowledge on the subject may prove to be of use to them.
Okay. And what about the old church?
There's a church to the northeast of here, built atop the very place where once stood a temple dedicated to the Source. The Sicilians razed it, and built a church for the 7 instead, supposedly to symbolize the victory of the gods over evil sorcery.
Or to hide actual Source cultists.
All superstitious mumbo-jumbo, if you ask me. But when the dead rose, that is when they were first spotted. Hence the expedition.
Okay, so, so obviously the lighthouse is going to be the easier one, the burial mounds is going to be the medium one, and the church is going to be the hard one, given the west to east orientation of those. You mentioned a pact you made with your legionnaires.
So I did. The Pact of Volunteers. Many legionnaires will do whatever it takes to go home, which is why I personally sign their transfer orders the moment they make it back from a mission behind enemy lines. The chances of survival during these sorties are only about 1 in 10, you see. So my soldiers are free to volunteer, and if they are successful, they just bought themselves a boat ride home.
And if they're not successful, then they're dead. Okay. Alright, so we have some things to do, and there is something going on inside this building.
Greetings! These stores are...
Hey! Step aside! This maniac's gonna turn me into a meat pie!
Isn't it a chicken's destiny to be eaten?
Come on,
We should
chicken,
We should catch it and give it back to the cook. Well, a chicken has the right to live too.
Let's pardon him. Just look at the little blighter. He doesn't deserve the knife.
Yippee-ki-yay! I'm free! I'm free! So long, suckers!
Bye, chicken.
Why did you let my chicken escape?
I didn't let your chicken escape. Alright, so there's a lot of stuff that I will be yoinking here in a bit. Not right now. But, I mean, look at all of the ham. I have to. Also, minor healing potion, minor strength potion, etc., etc. Also have barrels. So, there's a lot of things in here that I will be stealing. I will be acquiring. But I didn't come in here because of that event. Hello. Excuse me, sir.
You let my chicken escape? Looks like it's your lucky day, Jack. Now to tell the troops, they're getting nothing but the cornbread.
Hey, cornbread's pretty good. Alright, you got 800 monies. You have Avatar of Frost, Fire Absorption Scrolls, and you have some food. Alright, so he's a good person to trade for, like, if you just want to get rid of junk and get his money kind of thing. Let's see. There's a bed there. There are more barrels and baskets. So, lots of things to steal. Also, a bucket and a broom. Let's go ahead and head on upstairs. He will get pissy if we do anything there right now, though. There are fire arrows, silver arrows, stunning arrows, lots of old weapons. Higher level than what I can currently use, however. But we can talk to the quartermaster.
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
Alright, let's see what you have. You have a fair bit of money, invisibility potion, tea herbs, water absorption scrolls. You got lockpicks and trap disarm toolkits. A repair hammer will be useful. I'm going to need to get one of those eventually. A ring, 8% fire resistance, 8% earth resistance, 10% air resistance. That could be good. It's very expensive, though. Let's see. Hit points, leadership hit points, perception and leadership. Initiative, movement, and hit points. Fire resistance and reduced movement. Ring kit, so you can make your own rings. Pixie dust. So all of these are ingredients that we would need for various crafting recipes, making items. There's some iron ore, an iron bar, silver ore to make things. When I get to a point where I'm ready to do some crafting, I may. Now, the arrow shafts and the arrow heads, those I may want to get because the arrow types are really good. I'll take my leave right now. Like, when you have tons and tons of... there's a chest here that is locked. I have not unlocked anything yet, because I don't have the skills. And I'm gonna... Oh, well, there is a key. So that might unlock that. I suppose I could do that right now. Let me get a save just in case. Boop. Grab that key, as long as I'm here. Okay. And I got 2 rounds remaining. There we go. Didn't get anything special out of that, but we can get some of the other stuff later. We did pick up unidentified nice leather bracers, so let's go ahead and send that over to Bear Daughter. I did get an unidentified fine wooden fire wand, so I'll send that over to Bear Daughter as well. And we got a silver bar. Let me send that to Medora. She can hold on to that. The key goes in there, and Chickenfoot goes in there. Alright, let's go ahead and identify that, and identify that. Okay, so, 17 armor rating, +1 dexterity, +1 telekinesis. Yeah, I'll send that to Almandretta. And a Jinxing Fine Wooden Fire Wand of Disfigurement, which is level 6, so let's go ahead and send that over to Hanako. Alright, that is not as good armor, because those are level 8 bracers that I currently am wearing, but they're non-magical, so let's go ahead and do that and get some more dexterity, which is really good. Send this to Hanako. Yep, that's good. Send these over to Medora. Go. Go ahead and send this to Almandretta. We'll sell that eventually. Medora. Yep, those are better. We'll get these things sold off eventually as well. Alright, so I will eventually steal all these plates because it is worth just selling them. But for now, I mean, look at all of this stuff. Look at all of this stuff. Boop. 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 Let's get these arrows before my thing runs out. Alright. So there's more things here, but I will get them later. Let's head downstairs. Okay, so what did we pick up? Nothing magical. That is level 4, so let's go ahead and send that over to Medora, because that might be good later. This is a level 7 bow, so I can't use that. We'll sell the shield, the old wooden fire staff. Not really worth doing anything with that. Some spears. Nothing really worthwhile. Decorative two-handed sword. That is going to be worth just selling. And some other things to sell as well. It is about time to end the episode, but you know what I think we want to do before we do that? We have lots more books to read. So let's go ahead and do so. Alright, Aureus's Diary. Syciel, Day 1. Troops settling in. Sufficient rations, sufficient equipment. Should be a quick enough job to root out these blasted skeletons. Saw a large Papilio Maccheon specimen perched on the trunk of a tree near the barracks. Syciel, Day 2. Beloria Euphrosyne spotted upon my window this morning. Very satisfactory. Undead rather more vicious than previously believed. Source unknown. Sightseal Day 3. Borders completely secured. Arhu, a mad fool, assures me he is working on some or other magnificent invention to stay the tide of undead. I'll rely on swords, not magic. No sightings today. Shame. Sightseal Day 4. Undead encroachment worsening, but hard to remain upset with a Charaxus Brutus Natalensis perched on a wood post outside one's door. Lovely girl, spotting like a cheetah's, but twice as striking against her Titanian wing. Sightseal Day 5. Undead seem to be of several types, similar to those in any organized army. Rangers, mages, clubbers, executioners. Would that I could take a wing and fly away like one of my darlings. Alright. Short history of the 7 gods. I have also gone through and made sure that I didn't have any books, like duplicate books in this. Tales of the 7 Gods, Volume 1. The 7 gods were still young when they decided that each of them should have their own race to guide through the eternal flow of time. And thus it happened that Ralik, the most powerful of all gods, became the patron of the humans. The burly Duna created the dwarves in his own likeness, and even lived alongside them in the mountainous caverns. Tyr Kendelius, the poet, went into the woods and created the elves. He blessed them with a near immortality and wisdom. The reptile goddess Zoroastissa wished to command a proud warrior race, and thus she created the lizard people, fierce fighters from the wastelands. The god Vrogir, renowned for his brutality and violence, created the orcs and enslaved them for more than 300 years before he left Rivellon. Zanteza, the goddess of mirth and laughter, wanted an intelligent race, versed in the arts of magic around her. She created the imps, who were talented magicians and engineers. The goddess Amadia was an outsider, preferring to live in complete solitude. As the centuries passed, the 6 races spread over the continent. One day, Amadia's dalliance with a wizard resulted in the birth of several demigods. She granted her lover immortality and decided that she would act as the patron mother of the wizards. Although wizards are not considered as a separate race, they had their own goddess to whom to pay tribute. The absence of the 7 gods. Nobody knows for certain why the gods left Rivellon. We cannot say for sure when they left, but estimations place it nearly 2,000 years ago. Wise folk from all over the country have studied the exodus of the gods. While the priests believe that the gods are still among us and watch over us unseen so that they might judge us by our deeds, some scholars believe that the gods never existed and are nothing more than fables. The coming of the divine. In the event of the Divine One's return. According to prophecy, the Divine One will lead our people into a better world. But what will this new world look like? I have read nearly all texts regarding Reuben Farrell, the author of the prophecy, and the more I study his words, the more inconsistencies I find. What kind of person would this Divine One be? Will every living being see his vision for the new world, or will the Divine One select individuals? According to prophecy, the Divine One will destroy all evil. How can lovers of creation advocate for the destruction? Can the Divine One really distinguish between good and evil? Or will he choose what is evil according to a preset moral code? And book. I cannot actually read that book. This one is... Oops, I'm a detective. Oops, I'm a detective. Solving crimes for the intellectually disadvantaged by Lana Skullish. Step 1, inspect the body. Step 2, investigate the crime scene and collect evidence. Step 3, interrogate suspects. Rat extermination. Rats, vermin, plague, nuisance. They go by many names, though none conveys the full extent of their repulsiveness. These vile creatures carry disease, eat through food stores, and leave their filthy droppings wherever they please. While it is possible to off these plague bearers using steel or arrows, the beasts often prove too swift and sneaky to be destroyed by brute force. But a rat's gluttony, its unconditional hunger, may always be exploited. Cheese, delicious poisonous cheese placed near a rat's hideout, will be taken by filthy teeth unquestioned. Should you lack a suitable poison, simply crush a fly agaric mushroom and work it into a piece of cheese to produce a most potent gift for your vermin friends. That did not actually get us a new thing. Sorry, this is the Universal Controller Instruction Manual, which we're going to need to talk to Arhu about. Welcome to the Arhu Sparkmaster 5000 Universal Controller Instruction Manual. With the Universal Controller in hand, you can give your beloved weapon of mass destruction various commands. Here are some of our customers' favorites. Angry, happy, angry. Vent steam. Angry, angry, sleepy. Discharge electricity. Sleepy, sleepy, happy. Weapons deactivated. Angry, angry, angry. Universal Controller deactivated. Happy, happy, happy. Party time, woohoo! Have fun. Party time, woohoo sounds bad. Secrets of the Scroll, Volume 2. Secrets of the Scroll, Special, Dust to Dust. Pixie dust is to enchanting as kindling is to fire. One is the basis of the other. But never fear, you needn't go pixie hunting and pixie crushing unless you've scads of spare time and an iron stomach. No, first we begin with stardust. Fortunately, you needn't carve and crush a chunk from a constellation, unless again you've the time and stomach. The stardust herb is relatively common, simple to crush to a fine powder. Combined with bone dust, you've a very powerful pixie dust indeed. But let's not leave the oft-forgotten moon dust out of the equation. I won't bore you with the details, but suffice it to say, a simple moonstone gem will suffice as fully as a chunk of moon itself. Combine crushed moonstone, moon dust, with stardust to create a fine pixie dust. So, stardust, pixie dust, and pixie dust, and moon dust. Alright, Secrets of the Scroll, Volume 5. A fish can't live in the sky, and a magic spell can't live on mundane paper. Enchant paper with pixie dust to make a setting suitable for the magic that will flow through you. Once you've set magical quill to magical paper, allow your spirits to guide you. Surprise is magic's most endearing element, after all. Alright, a blank Witchcraft Scroll. Blank Air Skill Scroll. Fire Skill Scroll. Earth Skill Scroll. Water Skill Scroll. Witchcraft Skill Scroll. Alright. The String Enthusiast, Volume 1. An elf once showed me how to fashion my own bows. She was using a tree branch and a couple sinews she'd found. And that was that. She even crafted her own crossbows, but I never did get the hang of working with iron. But I found her method of restringing broken bows quite useful, and I always keep a few spare sinews in my packet, just in case. Superior Longbow. And that's it. Alright, Patty Cake Volume 1. What finer feeling can there be than when a group of rough-and-tumble adventurers gather round a fire to lose the chill and share tales of beasts slain, loves lost, and victories seized from the jaws of evil? Ah, perhaps when a cooking pot appears at the fire's heart, the promise of a thick stew or tender pie beckoning from its iron depths. Okay, I think that's just telling you how to go about cooking. He who smelts it. Quite a good deal of extra income can be earned by forging and selling one's own unique brand of axes. Crafting experience naturally produces better results, but of course it's becoming increasingly difficult to compete with the low prices guild-run shops can offer. Alright, Superior Axe. And that was Volume 2. Volume 3, He Who Smelts It, Volume 3. Rumor has it that orc smiths make their great axes with 2 pieces of steel. Most men couldn't carry such a large weapon, let alone swing it, so few attempt the forging process. 2-handed swords can be crafted in a similar manner, using twin pieces of iron instead of steel. A sword as long as a man is high. It takes quite the broad sort to wield such a thing. Alright, Superior 2-handed sword. And Superior 2-handed axe. Alright. So those are the books that we have picked up. I'm probably gonna wait on some of the things that I have that I can sell off right now, just because I'll do some more thievery a little bit later. But there are still things that I want to look at around town. There's still side quests that we haven't completed, and I should do so. But that will be for next time. See you then, everyone.